There are a lot of different clans in Vanguard, and they all attract different types of people. So for my birthday, I'm going to be doing a bit of a different type of video. If you do enjoy, a cool gift would be if you subscribe or show the video to a friend who you think might enjoy it. But with all that being said, let's find out what I think your clan says about you.
Royal Paladin. Everything can be conquered with the power of friendship. Royal Paladins are the type of people whose favorite anime is fairy tale. They build their entire deck around a single grade 2 almost religiously, and while they aren't the most boring players in the game, they tend to not be very adventurous when they're choosing their decks, and they just roll with whatever the protagonist is using. Shadow Paladins. Obviously, we are the best players, and we play with the best decks. Well, at least we like to think so anyways. Shadow Paladin players are hated on by everyone for only playing OP decks. And you know what? They're not wrong to think that. On average, Shadow Paladin players pray to Ren, their edgelord deity, 3 to 4 times a game, and they typically need to set down some towels next to them before watching an episode of the anime, just in case he shows up for a frame or two and they accidentally make a mess. Gold Paladin. Art is the most important part of the game to you. It doesn't matter if you can win or not, what matters is you look good doing it. Gold Paladin players are overly confident and love to dive into battle with big, flashy plays. If you chose this clan, you're all about enjoying the game for the fun of it. OTT. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I have a question for you. Why do you hate fun? OTT players hate the risk management portion of Vanguard, and instead of gambling their drive checks like the rest of us mere mortals, they decide what fate lies ahead of them. If you want to talk about a god complex, you should probably look at OTT players. And while we're here on the subject, just a quick PSA. Fuck the deer, man. Genesis. Y'all are fucked up. Genesis players can't tell which deck they want to build, so they take the theme of the Oracle Think Tank deities, the field power boosting of Royal Paladin, and the gauges of Tachikaze. You're basically the Kirby mains of Vanguard. This clan might not be out yet, but trust me, everyone else is already annoyed of your bullshit. Angel Feather. Have you ever wanted to stall out a game until the timer and heal damage as if your opponent's turn never happened? Well, Angel Feather is the clan for you. But more importantly, this is the clan for people who like My Little Pony and titties, which honestly I won't judge you too hard for. Kagero. Kagero players are the ones whose favorite character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Seto Kaiba. They don't care about building a strong field, they just want an overpowered attack from their boss monster or Vanguard. These players tend to kind of be assholes, who only care about winning the game and are twice as likely to say the unit's attack when they swing in with their Vanguard. That being said, if you do find a Kagero player who isn't a total dick, they're probably one of the most genuinely nice people around. Narukami. You don't mind being second best, and you prefer to play interesting decks with more convoluted win conditions than traditional decks. Why play Kagero and nuke the opponent's board before swinging for 60k and nullifying perfect guards, when you can bind units, hope their front row is empty, and pray your conditions line up for an ability that is usually just okay? Tachikaze. You probably watched Land Before Time as a kid and were a little bit aroused by Littlefoot. I'm not here to judge, but I'm also not here to say you aren't a weird kid. These players love combos and big numbers, but above all else, they love dinosaurs. Have they mentioned they love dinosaurs yet this game? Because they love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Nubatama. When the game first came out, you were pretty weird if you played this clan, as they only had 3 or 4 units which you could splash into other clans. Then they got a real clan and stopped being weird and started being one of the most annoying clans to deal with. Nubatama players mean well, and they just really like the idea of hand manipulation in card games. It isn't their fault if it's completely fucking busted in Vanguard. They haven't come to the V-Series yet, and honestly, I think that everyone who doesn't play Nubatama would probably rather keep it that way. Murakumo. You're either a furry or a weeb. You get the benefit of the doubt because of how fun the deck is to play though, so I'm just going to assume you're a weeb. Great Nature. Nope, you're just a furry. Mega Colony. Both of the Mega Colony players out there are super committed and loyal. They like the idea of super control and ignore how janky the clan is in Standard. They're pretty great friends to have, but if you like getting tied up, they're probably even better boyfriends or girlfriends. You think they just like to tie down your rear guards? Nah, it goes way deeper than that. NEGTAR. You'd think these guys ran an arcade with the amount of tokens they're putting out on the field. They love combo plays and looking fancy. Either that, or they're just vegans who are looking for a more subtle way to tell you about it. Spike Brother. I don't know what it is about this clan, but you are loud as hell if you play it. Dark Irregular. You have a calendar with a countdown for next Halloween set up in your bedroom, and you set up the decorations around your house while watching Nightmare Before Christmas on October 1st. You like big numbers and don't mind if your deck is inconsistent, but at the end of the day, Dark Irregular is just the best way to show how spoopy you are all year round. Pale Moon. You appreciate having a good waifu in the game, and you're probably the biggest personality in the room. You like to be the center of attention, and let's be honest, you keep count on how many attacks you make in one turn, and God forbid you hit 10 or more attacks in a row when you have to make everyone within a 3-block radius aware that you are amazing. Gear Chronicle. Right now, before you do anything else, leave a comment and let me know how many sets of goggles you have that you use for steampunk cosplay. If you're playing Gear Chronicles, there's a pretty big chance that people want you to time leap off a bridge. Nova Grappler. You love Gundams, but you didn't like the Vanguard anime enough to watch until Kote was introduced. You like big combo plays, but the tits in Pale Moon distract you too much to make those complex moves. Dimension Police. If Nova Grappler players like Gundams, you love Gundams. In fact, the only thing you like more than Gundams are justice, telling people about justice, and yelling justice when you pull a double crit and your opponent's at 2 damage and you deal 4 on Dayusha. Justice. Link Joker. You think you are the coolest person in the room. But you know what? You ain't shit. You're a glorified Mega Colony player who spends their free time telling people about how Rick and Morty is actually a lot deeper and has more meaning than the common person would understand. Aquaforce. You are a human coin flip. You either dominate everything around you, or get completely stopped at the first trigger or obstacle in your way. Granblue. You're a big fan of One Piece, and you probably played Yu-Gi-Oh! Before Vanguard. After all, how busted would it be if you could bring a monster from the grave back to the field every turn? There's a few sayings that every Granblue player needs to have ready to say at all times in case they might accidentally lose a game, which are, what do you mean I decked out? What do you mean I milled the trigger? What do you mean I'm at 6 damage? Bermuda Triangle. You're a pervert. And that wraps up all of the current clans in Vanguard. Obviously, I don't take any of this too seriously. It's not like I think that every Kagero player is an asshole for real. This is just hyperbolic. But on that note, be sure to leave a comment and let me know which clan you play and how you might describe it. I'm really interested to see if you guys picked up on any stereotypes in Vanguard and see if they line up with what I thought. On that note though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Vanguard content and news. This has been Miracle Trigger, and I will see you all in the next video.